Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another Over the Moon Bedtime Stories. I'm Jackie, and I'm glad you joined me again. Tonight's story is about pajamas. How many of you guys like a pajama party? Well, how would you like a pajama party at school? Well, that's what today's story is about. Fancy Nancy's Pajama Day. Okay, here we go. Class, don't forget, Miss Glass said. Tomorrow is Pajama Day. We shout in unison. That's a fancy word for together. I plan to wear my new nightgown. I must say, it is very elegant. Elegant is a fancy word for fancy. Then the phone rings. It's Bree. She says, I'm going to wear my pajamas with the pink heart and polka dots. Do you want to wear yours? We can be twins. Oh, I say, being twins would be fun. Then I look at my elegant nightgown with a dilemma. That's a fancy word for problem. Finally, I make up my mind. I tell Bree, I'm going to wear my brand new nightgown. Bree understands. She is my best friend. She knows how much I love being fancy. The next morning at school, we can't stop laughing. Everyone's in pajamas, even the principal. He is carrying a teddy bear. Miss Glass has on a long night skirt and fuzzy slippers. I am the only one in a fancy nightgown. That makes me unique. You say it like this. Unique. Nancy, look, says Bree. Clara has on the same pajamas as me. Bree and Clara giggle. We're twins, says Clara, and we didn't even plan it. At story hour, Miss Glass has us spread out our blankets. She reads a bedtime story. Clara and Bree lie next to each other. We're twins, Clara keeps saying. At recess, Clara takes Bree's hand. They run to the monkey bars. Come on, Nancy, Bree calls. But it is hard to climb in a long nightgown. And I can't hang upside down. Everyone would see my underpants. At lunch, I sit with Bree and Clara. They both have grape rolls in their lunch boxes. Isn't that funny, Nancy? Asked Clara. We even have the same dessert. I do not reply. That's a fancy word for answer. Pajama Day is not turning out to be much fun. I wanted to be fancy and unique. Instead, I feel excluded. That's a fancy word for left out. The afternoon is no better. Clara and Bree are partners in folk dancing. Robert steps on my hem. Some of the lace trim on my nightgown rips. At last the bell rings. I'm glad Pajama Day is over. Do you want to come play at my house? I asked Bree. But Bree can't come. She's going to Clara's house. I know it's immature. That's a fancy word for babyish. But I almost start to cry. Then, as we are leaving, Bree and Clara rush over. Nancy, can you come play too? Clara asks. Yes, I say. I just have to go home first to change. Now we are triplets. So Nancy went home and she changed her pajamas. They were a little too fancy for school. So she changed them like the other girls. And now she can play all day in her pajamas. We had some big words today, huh? Dilemma, which is a problem. Elegant, which means fancy. Excluded, which means left out. Reply, which means to answer. Unique, which is one of a kind. And that's what all of you are. And last but not least, unison, which means all together. And I'm glad that all of you joined me for another night on Over the Moon Bedtime Stories. Me and the gang here saying good night. You sleep tight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.